Hey everyone, how y'all doing? So it is day 10 of my 30-day walk challenge. That means I'm 1/3 of the way done, and I have to go to Wegmans, get a few things, get something for dinner for me, and I decided I'm going to stop at the park on the way, get my walk in, make the video, and it hasn't gone too good. I got here, I get out of the truck, start walking, I'm actually recording. I get a ways, I realized I never started my watch, so I had to start it. I started the video over again. I started it 4 or 5 times, but yeah, when I was at the other park, when I walked the bike path, I was talking about there used to be a pool, public pool, and they closed it. Well, here's another one. The Denison Park pool is closed, and that really sucks. That's a nice pool. A lot of people used it, a lot of people. And then at the end of the year, before they shut it down, they'd let you bring your dogs. Now, I used to walk through this section of the park every single day. I'd walk to work and walk home, and I caught them one year with all the dogs out there in the pool. It was pretty funny, but yeah, so I'm gonna go over my stuff and make it a little short and get my walk in and tell you how it went at the end. But I weighed in today at 235.2 pounds. I was down 0.8 pounds from yesterday, and that's a total of 8.1 pounds. My glucose has been down, kind of in a not too bad of a range. Like today I was 120, fasted. Yesterday I had readings of 119, 107, 119, and 127 when I went to bed. So a lot better than the 140s, 150s, and 160s I was getting. All that's watching my carbs, and I had 90.9 grams of carbs, 72.6 grams of net carbs, 1,163 grams of sodium, which kind of brings me to the topic of why am I going to the store again. I go like every day. Well, I have to find myself something to eat for dinner because I'm making lasagna, just the Stouffer's frozen lasagna, right? And Texas toast, garlic Texas toast. Well, I looked at it and I have pictures. I can read off the nutritional facts. Okay, so 1 serving of lasagna is 1 cup, 215 grams, has 280 calories. I can deal with that. 29 carbs, so 27 net carbs. I can deal with that. You know, I can work off from that. But sodium, 950 milligrams of sodium. And then you add in the Texas toast. Serving size is 1 slice, but I have 2. 140 calories, so that'd be 280 calories. carbs 16, so that would be another 32 carbs, and has 240 milligrams of sodium, so that'd be 480 on top of the 950. I can't do it. I can't work off from that. Yesterday we had Sloppy Joes. The Sloppy Joe mix was fairly high in sodium, but I worked off it. I measured out the sauce, 3 ounces of ground beef, and that's what I used. Then anything I ate before or after, I went from the total, off from the Sloppy Joe stuff. But yeah, so I had to find something to eat. Honestly, I think I'll get a steak or something. Maybe I'll throw in some sweet potato fries, or I don't know. I have to find something, but so far it's going good. I feel better. I feel less bad, I guess. More the way I should say it. But guess that's about it. Day 10, 20 more to go. And I'm not going to stop at 30, right? I'm going to keep going, but I wanted to do a 30-day challenge. I wanted to record every day and to hold myself more accountable to do it, because really today I didn't feel like leaving the house, but since I have to walk and record a video and get something to eat for tonight, I'm like, I'm not waiting around, I'm going to do it now. So that's good. I like to do things, early instead of later. Okay, so I just finished up the walk, and after 10 minutes of screwing around with this camera and my watch and everything, I finally got a mile in. 1.06 miles, total time 33 minutes 56 seconds, 101 beats per minute, average heart rate, 182 total calories, and my moving speed was 2.8, and my moving time was 22:52 for a lapse time of 33:56. So still overall not too bad. The last quarter mile or so, both my hips started to tighten up and hurt. So I was kind of hobbling, but I was keeping a fairly decent pace. Tell you, I was like an old man when I got back to the truck. Yeah, I guess that's that. I'm going to Wegmans. I may pop by or pop up a picture of what I got, to eat tonight. Okay, so I went to Wegmans. I'll show you what I got in a minute. But I forgot to talk about my intermittent fasting. I had a fast yesterday of 16 hours and 40 minutes. It went from 6:36 p.m. the day before, and I ended it 11:16 a.m. yesterday. And I have 34 minutes left on today's fast. I'm not sure when I'll break it, but I got something to eat that will be a lot better in sodium and carbs than the lasagna and Texas toast garlic bread. So, first of all, I got a couple extra things. I got orange pepper, green pepper, And we already have an onion for chili. We make a low sodium chili. And I got some cocktail cucumbers. I like these. And a pound of 95.5 lean ground beef. What I do with this, I literally cook a giant hamburger, and then I, cut off a piece, however large of a piece I want, and that's what I eat for breakfast. Now for dinner tonight, I got a perfect portion ribeye steak, and I looked it up. It is for 3 ounces. This weighs in at 3.7, so by the time it's cooked, actually this is cooked, 239 calories, 45 grams of sodium, carbs Na. So that's that, and I'll wait till the electric meter guy walks by. Corning Natural Gas checking meters. And I don't know why they put in these new meters, digital, and they charge us more. But I also got sweet potato fries I'll do in the air fryer. 3 ounce serving size, 110 calories, 55 grams of sodium, which is a lot less than 1,400 grams, and 2 protein. So the steak and sweet potato fries be my dinner tonight. The rest of the things are for different meals. And now that's going to be it. I'll end it here. Bye.